welcome to the next chapter. Next chapter, chapter 18, December 1999 through spring 2000. December was also whirlwind. Maria, she is the studio senior film department crew. Her husband and father-in-law were tied up with a family business in Australia, so they missed the family's Thanksgiving. As a result, they ended up flying in the first week of December and stayed in San Francisco for a couple of months. They spent their time in California helping small businesses in California connect with small businesses in Australia and New Zealand. The clinic had a big announcement. With Agnes's help, they finally found a plot of land to build a new clinic. The basement will be an oversized parking lot. Currently, staff and patients have to park along the street side curb and walk to the clinic. The basement will provide staff and patients a closer and more secure place to park their cars. The first floor will be the new Adaptive Fitness Center. Peodar and his business partner are in the process of hiring 2 additional physical therapists. Currently, they have one person who will graduate next spring. During the medical school, she had surgery. In addition to helping patients who have endometriosis, she's also getting training on how to help patients prepare for surgery. Hopefully, they will find one more person for the physical therapy side of the combined clinic. And learning from the lessons of the 1980s recession, they'll be careful not to grow too big too fast, only to lay people off when the next recession hits. The second floor will be the Endometriosis Wellness Center. This will include a gift shop that will sell items such as period underwear and books. The third floor will be apartments, and this new building will have an elevator. The current building is too old to have a proper working elevator. Due to the unprepared earthquake a decade earlier, they will make certain the entire building is up to the current earthquake code. The tentative grand opening is that fall. In addition, the studio got the green light for a second season of Chiaki's cooking show. At this time, the studio's accountant offered Erica 2 options: get a Christmas bonus now, or accept royalties in the form of monthly checks. When Erica asked how this will affect her income tax, she learned that monthly royalties will result in less taxes that she owes. Since the clinic experienced an increase of new patients, they also offered the same option. Again, she preferred the latter. But they ended up having to backpedal because they have to close their books for the new year, before the new year. Write that down. So they backpedaled. They gave her a lump sum in her January 2000 paycheck. When Erica saw the total amount, she was floored. It was enough to pay for half of the next academic year's tuition. All she has to do is figure out how she'll pay for the other half. So she put the entire amount into a savings account at the bank. That way, it will collect interest so she can use the interest to pay for school supplies. So starting January 2000, each of her paychecks included the royalties. Also, the studio's driver gave Erica her defensive driving certificate. It's good for 3 years. She can get discounted car insurance. Erica made the mental note to get it renewed every 3 years. Also, when she went to the mailbox, she saw the envelope from Medic Alert. Upon opening, she saw a bracelet with a diagnosis of asthma on it. Although she didn't need it for San Francisco, she will need it when she moves to Santa Clara and attend university in neighboring San Jose. In addition, Erica went to the city's community college, registered for classes that will start in January 2000. In the morning, she attends 5 introductory classes. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, the classes are an hour long. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the classes are an hour and a half long. So she scheduled classes from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. That way, it'll give her an hour to get back to the clinic. From noon to 1, she'll have lunch at the clinic's break room. Then she'll spend the afternoons working at the clinic. On evenings, weekend, and holidays, she'll do her homework, work on term papers, prepare for examinations. Christmas and New Year's, Erica spent it with Chiaki's family. Her father was invited to the Murphy family get-together, so he went there instead. Also, before the clinic and the studio closed for the holidays, the studio's senior wardrobe crew gave Erica the next set of clothes. Granted, it doesn't get too cold in San Francisco. However, the outfits included warm scarves, gloves, sweaters, and warm socks. At this time, Chiaki was a bit miffed at Erica not joining them for Thanksgiving. However, she carefully explained to them about her contributions at the clinic and studio, as well as the fact that her father sold the family home and will temporarily return to Japan. Chiaki apologized and Erica nodded. So, when Chiaki's mother offered to be Erica's surrogate family, Erica accepted. By this time, Erica knew that her family's air quotes temporary move to Japan meant none of them are not going to return back to the United States. The only problem was the fact that her father was completely oblivious to that fact. So she played into his delusion that someday he'll return to this country. For now, however, she knew at some point she would have to break the sad reality to him. She did not look forward to that day when it arrives. Also, she's too invested in this country to leave. However, she left it open for now. It'll all depend on who else she meets in this country. In addition, Erica went to local community college to register for classes. She went to the bookstore, saw a section of items that were reduced for a quick sale. She saw some whiteboard sets that included a marker and eraser. So she bought a set. When she returned to her apartment, she wrote Journey at the top. She included what was working for her: physical therapy, Japanese acupuncture, asthma inhaler, mold detox, nutrition, Diane Shepperson Mills' book, and dance therapy. And she added a question mark. Next to it, she added music therapy as a possibility. She knew something was missing, but she wasn't exactly sure what it could be. She left it at that for now. Around this time, let me put that for this as a separate paragraph. Around this time, she went to the mailbox. She saw an envelope from the Department of Motor Vehicles, passport, Social Security Administration. Her new driver's license, passport, Social Security cards have arrived. She made sure that they got their new name correct: Erika Sasaki Mizushima. Much to her relief, everything was accurate this time. When the New Year day arrived, things ramped up with school and the clinic. Although she was sad that she won't be spending as much time at the studio, she knew that she has to prove to university that she deserves a full scholarship. Before spring break, she got the best news. She got accepted to all of them. So she talked with Peadar, and he helped her walk through the process of accepting two and talking with the third one. The third one is the public university in San Francisco. That will be a backup possible student exchange in case she needs to spend a semester or more in San Francisco. So this is not a hard no. In terms of the private university Santa Clara, she sort of improved that she's taking 5 introductory classes: theater arts, acting, piano, speech, voice, and that she's going to make certain that she'll pass all of them. And she also accepted admission to the public university in San Jose. Pedro joined her because he also attended private and public university in Southern California at the same time. So he knew exactly what she needs to tell them to convince both of them to let her attend both universities concurrently. Much to her relief, they accepted. She paid for half tuition at the public university. Since the private university depends on how she does with her classes, she brought with her the check from the studio to pay the full tuition at the private university. If the conditional full scholarship goes through, then they will reimburse the studio directly. So while she took a tour of the public university, she saw that they have a student health clinic. Although she already had her housing situation set with Agnes, she needed to add her work experience as well as extra income to add to her savings account. With his blessing, she gave them her curriculum vitae. They told her that they'll call her back once they see how many student assistants they would need for the upcoming school year. In March, the clinic organized endometriosis awareness month events. The month before, Erica suggested using the studio to create a short documentary about the disease. When word got out, several patients from the clinic offered to be guest speakers and talk about their journey, and Chucky was one of them. After Peter reached out to a local expert to guide them regarding what they can and cannot say, the studio filmed the documentary. While they were looking for a local television store that would air it, they also made VHS and DVD copies and sold it at the clinic. Erica made sure to purchase a copy. There was a minor issue that came up. A local news station erroneously stated that Erica has endometriosis. The clinic immediately hired an attorney who corrected them, stating that surgery is the only way to officially diagnose a person. Erica never had any surgery. Moreover, Erica is also a patient at the clinic. As a result, they are in direct violation of patient confidentiality law. The next day, they immediately issued an apology, made a correction on camera. As a result, the clinic immediately withdrew their lawsuit. Much to their relief, there weren't any more incidents with any local news organizations. Also, around this time, one of the fans of Chiaki's cooking shows wrongfully commended her for being healthy. In her next episode, she did mention this is Hollywood's nonsense. Hollywood has unrealistic expectations of how women should look. Just because a person is physically fit does not necessarily mean that they're healthy. After that episode aired, it did start a serious conversation among her fans. The weekend before spring break, Mr. Alloway took Erica and her father to San Francisco International Airport for his trip throughout Europe. After he checked in, she hugged him, genuinely wished him a safe trip. With each place he visited, he sent her a postcard. She made sure to keep all of them in one place. During spring break, she spent mornings working at the clinic. In the afternoon, she reconnected with the studio. At this time, the senior wardrobe crew gave Erica some spring outfits. That summer, she spent the first 2 months splitting her time between the clinic and the studio. At this time, Peta found that physical therapist would be the fourth person in the department. So she's already a physical therapist. During the past year, she earned continuing education credits to help all patients who have chronic pelvic pain, not just the female patients with endometriosis. So Erica spent the bulk of the summer helping the clinic move into the new building. When she looked at the roof, she saw solar panels. In addition, Erica saw that the common areas had video surveillance cameras. In terms of the elevator, there was a security feature that made certain that only staff can get up to the apartments. After she helped the staff move from the old clinic to the new clinic, she moved her stuff into the new apartment. So she'll move to Santa Clara in the fall. She only took out stuff that she would absolutely need for the rest of the summer. She kept the rest of the stuff in boxes. Since San Francisco is an expensive place to live, the two new physical therapists could not afford their own place. So rather than two separate apartments, there are now 5 one-bedroom units, each with their own private bathroom. Now they have a shared kitchen, dining area, shared living room. And the 5th unit is just in case they hire another person who cannot afford their own place. So the laundry room is an adaptive fitness center, and rather than the physical key, they all use key cards. At the old building, they put the trash in trash cans outside the building. In the new building, they put the trash in a dumpster in the basement parking lot. And Erica's favorite part about this setup was the new building smell. When they had the grand opening, Chiaki was there. As soon as they opened the fitness center, she beelined to the treadmills. As the day went on, she asked one of the new physical therapists how she can become a personal trainer. When she said that the first step is to get a CPR first aid certification, Chiaki went to the local Red Cross chapter, get certified. In terms of the local community college, Erica passed all 5 classes. As soon as her transcripts were ready to be mailed out, she hand-delivered her transcripts to both universities in the South Bay. Also, the senior wardrobe crew, we're talking about this one, the studio, gave Erica some summer outfits. Granted, summer San Francisco rarely gets too hot. However, the wardrobe change was something Erica badly needed. Also, on the weekends during the month of June, Chucky and Alex took Erica to Pride events. Erica needed this the most to help her figure out how she can help Kalu. In her hometown, it's traditional, so she didn't have anyone to help her navigate these waters. Once she told the first person that stopped growing up in a hostile family environment with toxic parents, she gained a lot more friends. More importantly, she also gained a lot of knowledge about the community. So in terms of new student orientation, for a couple of days in June, she went to the public university. In terms of the private university, their orientation was the first 2 days in July. Around this time, Erica asked both the clinic and studio about depositing her monthly royalties directly into her bank account. They had her complete their direct deposit forms. The next time she went to the bank, she formed them with her new address. She did the same with the Department of Motor Vehicles and Elections Department. Toward the end of July, Agnes helped Erica move from the clinic to the off-campus student apartment in Santa Clara. After she moved all of her stuff out of her room and thoroughly cleaned it, Erica handed in her keys to Agnes. In Santa Clara, she saw that the apartment complex was a 5-story building with an oversized parking lot on the side. A couple of dumpsters are in the parking lot. The entire property is gated. When Erica knows that this building does not have any solar panels, Agnes explained that this is an old building. However, she said that she'll look into it. Also, Erica saw a familiar car. Agnes said that her father sold both of his vehicles to her before he left. So she gave the truck to the Hashimotos. The car is Erica's. After Erica thanked her, she said that she also has a defensive driver's certificate. So Agnes said, we'll take care of that when Erica returns from Japan. Also, she said that her father kept both vehicles in the garage to keep them in mint condition. Agnes said that she'll look into car covers and will have Erica pay for it. Erica agreed. Next, Agnes showed her how to get the entrance gate to open after they went through. Agnes took Erica to the property management office to complete the paperwork. Erica made certain to read her responsibilities and rights carefully. At this time, she asked about the visitor policy, since she knew that Chiaki and her partner Alex would want to visit her. The manager gave her the forms and the fact that he would have to witness them complete and sign the forms. Next, the manager gave her a key card. If she uses a key card, the rekeying or replacement fee is $50 for the first lost car and goes up from there. Then, Agnes gave Erica a tour of the apartments. The first floor is where tenants will request accommodation. It's divided into two sides. Each side has 5 single rooms, each with a private bathroom. In the center, there's a shared living room, kitchen, dining room. The second through fifth floors are set up differently. There are 10 single rooms on each side with a shared bathroom. The center is the shared living room, kitchen, dining room. Each floor is accessible via a stairway. The laundry room is located on the first floor behind the property management office. The laundry room has 10 working washing machines, 10 dryers. There's also an ironing board, laundry folding table, and a laundry sink. After Agnes and Erica moved her belongings into her room, Erica thanked her for all their help. After Agnes again corrected her by thanking her for all of her insight, she excused herself. Okay. Since it's late afternoon, Erica walked around the neighborhood she was very careful, be completely aware of her surroundings. When she went into the nearby West Valley Fair shopping mall, she grabbed enough food to make dinner and breakfast. And also, she saw some postcards. So after she paid for the items, she returned to the apartment. On her way back to the apartment, she saw the local public bus stop. The next bus stop, she asked about the bus schedule. After she paid for it, the driver gave her a booklet. After she thanked the driver, she saw that there are buses that stop between both of her universities, so she won't need to drive to and from school. She made a mental note to get monthly bus passes when she returns from Japan. When she returned to her apartment, she quickly wrote to Chiaki, the Hashimoto's, and Kaoru regarding her new address, put a postage stamp on each of them. And when she went to the property management office, she saw the mailboxes, put the cards into the outgoing mailbox. Erica spent the rest of the day unpacking, getting to know her new neighbors. Since most of them were on summer vacation, there were only a few people in the apartment. After dinner, she resumed unboxing, put some stuff into her suitcase for the next day's flight to Japan. When she took a long hot bath, she retired. So again, questions, comments, suggestions, constructive criticisms, let me know. And I shall see you next time. Take care.